Hey, hey, hey. Another day, another bike ride. Let's get it on. So, yes, I am Zwifting. I actually am riding today with a friend of mine. So he jumped on my wheel maybe 5 minutes ago and doing a little ride together. It's pretty cool. I be on the trainer doing Zwift for another like 3 hours. So if you haven't done your ride yet, I'm actually doing, what am I doing? I'm in Watopia and I'm doing the, what ride am I doing? Something about with the wind or something. I forget the name of this loop. Anyway, doing a loop in Watopia. Me and 7,000 other people. Saturday afternoon, my ride on. Just starting to warm it up. I know some craziness is happening out there. Let's not let that craziness out there creep into what's that craziness in there. Yeah, I'm full on crazy in here, so I don't need any outside influence for that. So just to let my buddy know, we are warming up, and hopefully you stick close. Caduce is loose, is on my tail. Yeah, just a little more riding. Takes a little bit longer on the trainer. It's a little too cold right now. And Monday I'm probably gonna go outside, ride. If I'm allowed to. If I'm not allowed to, then I'll see you on Zwift again. Maybe we can all set records for most continuous days of riding. What else are we gonna do? Let's get in great shape. I'll tell you something about being in great shape. Makes it so, hey everybody, hey, I got people from Greece following, cool. So, no, I'm not getting any swims in. I do my swims on dry land, just like everybody else. If I lived in a place with warmer water, I'd explore a lot of open water swimming right now, but I don't. Water here in Colorado is quite cold. As important as it is to get in the water, it's also important to be healthy. So, if it's too frigid, you don't want to be jumping in that water. I mean, we're talking like 40 degrees. That's too cold for me to swim. My threshold for swimming is like, it's gonna sound weird, but it's like 53, 54. And has to be for a good reason. So, like, some of the waters when we dive off Alcatraz for Escape from Alcatraz, that race, they'll be in the mid to low 50s. That's right cold. I like your outfit, Caduce. You just passed me. What are you doing with that hairdo? And why aren't you riding with a helmet? Even on the roads in Watopia, it could be dangerous, man. You gotta wear a helmet. Yeah, it looks like you're just supporting some proud locks. Anyway, for water temp, it's got to be in. I mean, 60 is pretty cold. You in the 50s is real cold. 40s is almost. It's like I don't want to play anymore. So I'm gonna do some stuff at home to help me with my swimming, but there's no real replica for touching the water. Have I used Sufferfest? No, haven't. I've seen some stuff about it. Don't know much about it, but I think people like it. I don't know. Could be cool. I've seen people hurting from it. Like when they do like write-ups on it on Summerfest. They look like it works because they're working. So let's talk about today's workout. Today's workout is a 3-hour ride. What the idea of the workout is we're working on work to rest ratio. Just below threshold, then like 75% of threshold. So we'll go like 95% of threshold, back down to 75% of threshold. And what we're using today is a work to rest ratio that will grow as the set moves along. So today's work to rest ratio was going to start 5 parts work, 1 part rest. What's that mean? I'm glad you asked. For today, 5 parts work happens to be 20 minutes. So if you're working if you break that into 5 parts, the rest is 1 part rest will be 4 minutes. As the set progresses, we're going to go from 5 to 1, 4 to 1, 3 to 1, down to 2 to 1, and then the set will be over. I think that's what it is. So we're doing 20 minutes at 95% threshold, 4 minutes at 75% threshold. The recovery is always going to be at 75% threshold. You're just going to have to buffer. So it's 5-part work, and then we're going to go 16 minutes, 4 minutes, 12 minutes, 4 minutes, 8 minutes, 4 minutes. And that's the main set. So you will get some rest, but the rest is not like, turn off the water fountain, stop letting it flow, sit there and just deal. The rest is continuous. Like you have to keep moving. And that makes it really difficult. I was actually having this conversation with one of the athletes I coached last night. Why is it so hard to buffer after a bout of work? Well, your body is building up all the nasty during the work, and you're starting to get into a rhythm. And you're okay with tolerating the nasty in rhythm. But when the rhythm changes and the recovery isn't it isn't producing all the nasty, you have to buffer it out. But if we let the heart rate drop too far, then you won't be able to buffer it in the moment. You'll just have to like sit and wait for your body to buffer it. So what we're trying to do is, we call it lifting the floor, right? Make it so we can operate at a higher and higher level, and that will promote more and more fitness. So we may not be raising our threshold on this ride, but we're raising our floor with which we can tolerate threshold riding. And that is another way to help you with your fitness. So we can either raise your ceiling or raise your floor. And we're trying to work with it, and we're trying to narrow that work to rest and what it means to recover and when you can recover. So that's the goal of the day. Main set, 20 on 4 at 75%, 16, 4, 12, 4, 8, 4. So it doesn't matter what your threshold is for you to execute this set well. And we did a lot of this at camp, right? We did a lot of this where we design a set, and based off of your ability, you get the same value out of that set that I get out of the set. We're just operating at a different output, but not a different intensity. I think that's the key marker when you come to camp. You can find other people who are at your ability level, And then you can work with them at the same intensity. And that's what makes it a really fun environment. So, and you can talk to anyone who's been to camp, and we always find someone that in some discipline that can do what we're doing. So right now, just to let you know, I am on Zwift. I'll let you check it out. It's right there. I'm pushing 155 watts, 93 cadence. Getting it on. I messed up my video. Turning it. Okay, back at you. So, how you design sets and how a coach, like my coach, Mike, how he designs sets. We do work to rest ratios, and they work for anybody, but he writes them specifically for me. And if you're thinking, hey, didn't you do something really close to this yesterday? Why, yes, I did. We do this work all the time. I do this type of work all the time. So we've got Alessandro, you just asked me a great question. Do I recommend this type of work maybe once a week? Well, I think when you look at any type of set design, you have to look at the why. What's it going for? What's your goal? So right now, all my training is geared towards Ironman racing. But this training is great for any type of fitness. And the key is how often can you handle it, right? The younger we are, the more we can handle. The older we get, it gets a little harder to repeat and bounce back after a workout. So based off of the cumulative load of the week, we can design when we want certain intensities. But I will tell you this, like every day on the bike, that's a good day to work hard. But as long as you're working smart. Working smart is working hard. If you're doing it the right way and you have the right diagnosis for your needs to meet your goals. And that's what we do when we coach our athletes. We look at their goals, we look where they are, we look how fast they recover, how much work they can handle, we dial them up. So, for me, I can handle a fair amount of work, and that's what has led to a lot of my success. It's because I'm able to recover from the work I can do. For me to answer the frequency question, I need to look at your cumulative load, how you train, how much time you have to work out, what your goals are. So I think it's all personal and relative. But in a general sense, you can work hard in the pool often. Almost every day, depending on how often you get in. You can work hard on the bike often. The run is the tricky spot because the road punches back and it gives you delayed fatigue from the pounding. So you're gonna have to be real careful with running. If you're a smart plan, you can get great results. I will tell you, like, back in the day when I was running really well, really fast, I was able to put 3 quality runs in a week after week after week after week after week. Now, it's true, I am getting older. Fact of life, I can handle 2. And it's almost like 1.5. But if I do it right, on that one day when I race, I'll be great. just not maybe as consistent. And I can't race as much at that peak level because it's just too violent, the speed. The faster you go, the more violent the effort. And I use that word knowing its full intention and its full meaning. When you get to certain speeds, the energy you need to muster is significant. And it does pay a price later on. So, but if I were to work with, an athlete that's, depending on their goals, we got to make the timing right. We put in as much work as we can handle. So, hey Igor, what's up? You want to know if I have coffee before workouts? Nope. I don't like coffee. Don't like the smell. Don't like the taste. And I try to avoid caffeine. That's the biggest thing. Well, I think the biggest thing is the taste. I just don't like the taste. Maybe be able to get the same thing from like some like caffeine boost somewhere else, but I don't like coffee. I think it tastes yucky. I think I just cost myself a sponsorship with Starbucks with that comment. But that's okay. I gotta be real. The other thing I was going to say was, with regards to coffee, coffee before, during, and after. For some people, that's their jam. I will tell you this: coffee works because of the caffeine. But if you pull the caffeine out, right, and you stop, if you do decaf and you pull caffeine out of your diet, and then you go to it on important moments, it works. Caffeine really works. Improves the sharpness of your mind. Get a tiny boost on the cardiac output. Especially if you're physically doing something physical. That cardiac output, that little flutters, the flutters go away and it goes towards your energy. So, Tatiana, yep, I'm still on Zwift, and I will be for the next 2.5 hours, hanging out. So, yeah, the trainer I'm on a Wahoo kicker. Rode compy trainer for a long time, but now I'm on the kicker. Save a tire. Just go right to the drivetrain. You want to know if my wife does triathlon? No, she does not. She likes to run. She really likes running. That's her kind of her thing. She's never done triathlon. I don't think she has any desire to do it. Hey, Alan. All right, cadence. What's my goal? All right, so my goal, at the start of the year, I needed 90 or above. Past maybe 6 weeks, I'm not going to be satisfied with a ride, indoor trainer ride, that isn't 94 and above. Yesterday I was 96. The day before I was 95. The day before I was 94. Today I'm I gotta speed up the legs a little bit. Yeah, right now I'm at 96, 97. But the goal, the minimum, is to average right around that 95 mark. And then as I get better and more fit, try to bump that up a little bit. I'm riding like 160 watts, just warming it up. This is 164 right now. What am I doing instead of swimming right now? Do some indoor workouts, some upper body stuff. If you want to know what I'm doing for swimming right now, I just did a video for my YouTube channel, and I do 5 exercises. Go check them out. It's on, and then you can subscribe. We're going to try to do a better job of putting up some videos on YouTube. Andy Potts' YouTube channel. Check it out. So, FTP, great question. Right now, so like 3-4 weeks ago, I went down to Brazil and we did an hour TT, team time trial, and it was like 3:07. That was it about a month ago. So it'll change, it'll grow, but I'm operating off like that 3:07, 3:08 number. So the hills, since I ride when I ride in the hills, like for turnover, yeah, I try to keep it up, but there's a good, every day isn't always high cadence work. Some days I try to go big ring, low cadence work. So I try to have a purpose to my cadence. When I'm on the trainer, the goal is always high cadence. When I go outside and ride hills, depending on the day, it'll be high cadence hill work or low cadence hill work. And I use erg mode all the time. So, I warm up in just the general watts, and then I go to erg right after warm up. Xterra, love to do some Xterra, and that stuff awesome. So, what am I pushing max when I'm pushing really hard? So what was it? Wednesday was a nice day. This is like, so you're asking me what I push, which is great information because it's fun to know, but sometimes it's not relative, right? But if you're asking me for me, my goal on Wednesday, I did an hour's worth of hill repeats. It was like a 10-minute hill, so I did it 6 times. I actually did 7. But on 6 of the reps, the goal was hold above 340. So that was kind of like, hey, it's a 10-minute effort above threshold, but you gotta try to hold it for an hour. Okay. Oh, it looks like we got a link to the YouTube channel in these notes. Thank you, Caduce. So if you want to check out that link to the 5 activities I'm doing, the goal is to have, that's going to be our starter, and then we'll hopefully post more videos a little bit more in depth to how to do better technique and some variations of those 5 exercises. Oh, okay, so Ironman's virtual new races. That sounds like a great idea. I was in touch with, hey Jeff, thanks for subscribing. I was in touch with Ironman yesterday, and I hope to be one of the pros that they choose. Put my name in the ring. Hopefully they pick me, because that sounded like a ton of fun. I replied right away. I don't know if it's a first come, first serve, or they just pick cool people, but I want to be involved. So yeah, so it looks awesome. Okay, so I'm just getting done warm up. I'm gonna sign off and get busy working, get into the main set. So, well, it's not main set, it's preset, then main set. But get on the trainer. You bored? Ride some miles with me. I will see you later. Try to do this more often. Apparently, it's being well received. I'm out. Have a great ride, or run, or dry land swim workout. Later.